How do zombie players figure out power and pack-a-punch without a guide? What did we do before the objective indicators told us exactly what to do? Are there any clues in-game? Did the developers secretly tell the YouTubers all of their secrets? Today we're going back in time and jumping into Shadows of Evil, turning on power and the pack-a-punch, getting the wonder weapon, finding the specialist weapon, and upgrading that specialist weapon, and I'm teaching you all how to do it without a YouTube tutorial. Welcome everybody to Shadows of Evil. This is one of my favorite maps of all time, but it is also one of the more complex maps. And so to do this without any sort of YouTube tutorial, the developers sort of assume a couple things about us zombie players. Perhaps the most important thing is that we are going to be observant and we are going to interact with basically anything we can. And with that comes the fact that we are gonna slow down the game, we're gonna hold some zombies, and we are gonna just kind of look at the environment and see if there's anything for us to collect. And just through bumping around the map, we can get a lot of these prompts, but we can also find these interesting items. You can see we can pick up a fumigator there. That is just from players bumping into the map geometry. And the fact that that's in the spawn room is pretty important. Now, on top of just holding interact with everything, we are obviously getting prompts on stuff like this become the beast. We'll get to that later. They also assume we're going to be observant and look at the map itself. And as you can see right here, there's a lot of information right there. If you were going into this truly blind, you could use this map itself. You are here. Hey, there's something maybe out there. There's a ritual site over here somewhere, and we must find the personal items to sacrifice the four. What in the world does that mean? Either way, if you don't know what that means, hey, we've got to find items and then sacrifice people. Okay, so we kind of have our general mission. We've got this weird glowing plant thing, and oh, hey, I can harvest it now, which is pretty interesting. So let's harvest this and see what we've got. Oh, we've got a parasite. Okay, great. Go back to Terminus there, parasite. So we've got a lot of different elements, but now, okay, we figured out the poster, we figured out the plant. Look for the eagle heads and use the beast. So this is beast mode, so let's become the beast here. We've got all of our different options. Hey, we've got something on fire. Obviously, you might take one or two things to get used to this, to say, hey, what are we doing here? We're gonna melee this. We might try electrocuting this on our first go, but because we're reading the instructions, we might understand, oh, hey, opening that up opens up secret doors. Electrocuting this gets perks turned on, and hey, we opened this box. Now that we can return to this, we can pick up the summoning key. And this is where we're going to start using our brains because, oh, hey, sacrifice rituals, kind of like the map is telling us here, sacrifice the four. We have the summoning key and those four different symbols down there. We've got the Apothicon Servant, rocket shield, some fuses, and special item. But you know what? We can at least get quick revive now, which is great. And we've got a max ammo. Now, of course, you might turn a couple rounds your first time. Oh, liquid divinium. You might turn a couple rounds your first time doing this and observe the map a little bit more. Oh, hey, there's another one of those plants. But eventually, I'm sure you will attempt to go into this beast mode again to see what other secrets there are, because oh, hey, we've got another perk machine right there as we're wandering around. Ooh, we've got this electrical box which turns this crane. Oh, look, there's another box just like the one I opened, and then down it breaks and we have another item. Now, of course, we've got grapple hooks that we can grapple up to here. Oh, wow, this is a place we've never been before. Interesting. I wonder, ooh, that looks interesting, right? But hey, you know what? We ran out of time, so let's go observe what we just changed. Obviously, we have the stamina up, but coming back over here, we have the crane that dropped this pen. We can pick up the golden fountain pen, and we get greeted with a couple neighbors that are pretty unfriendly. We have this red ring here. I don't know what this is for, but you know what? When we go back to the map, that item is now gone. Pretty interesting, huh? So there's a badge over here, there's a hairpiece over there, there's a belt over there, but that pen is now gone. And now it's in my ritual inventory. So I betcha I need to go up there somehow and use this pen for something. But I can't access this through here, but I do see one of those electrical boxes, so I imagine I'm gonna need to go into the beast mode again. Now, when you try to do that, if you've wasted it like I have, we see the curse sleeps, so we'll have to either turn around, which we'll probably have to do, or if we had enough points, we can use another one through a door. But we're gonna turn around because because we don't have the points for that. And I know this is a lot already, and I do want to say, like, obviously I know how to turn on the power and Pack-a-Punch here in Shadows of Evil, but these are the steps that people would take if they were doing this day one, and if you've never played it before. You need to use these inside the map maps and clues and really try to figure out what the game is telling you. And I am talking over the character quotes, but a lot of times character quotes can help you try to figure things out and push you. Shadows of Evil is probably one of the top 3 most involved Pack-a-Punch quests, so it is definitely an outlier, but the logic is still there. Okay, a new round is here. We're going to become the beast again. We have all of these things that we can see through the wall. We have this grapple hook. Let's go up here. Let's see. Okay, here's a ritual site, and oh, outlined in red right there, that's an electrical box that we can electrocute. And hey, what do you know? That opens up this staircase. And then there's a little grapple over here. I think that's just a transport thing. Yeah, that's just like a fast travel. But now we've got the fountain pen. We've opened up a brand new pathway to somewhere we've never been before. And hey, what do you know? We've got another ritual circle down here. We can place the golden fountain pen and begin the ritual. And of course, we've got some more friends, but we've got this really cool spectacle, a lot of great dialogue. If you haven't played Shadows of Evil, there's some great dialogue here between this guy and your characters. I am playing as Nero, or Jeff Goldblum, my favorite character here in Shadows of Evil. And just like in Shattered Veil, we've collected their soul and we have a gateworm now. And I love how the notification, I guess, shows you that your inventory has changed, because hey, that means that gateworm is complete. And then we can come on down here.
4 must be collected. Only then can we prevent the destruction of your world.
And the Shadow Man just gave us a quote saying we must collect 4 gateworms. Now I'm gonna get myself a gun just for general survival, and I know what's coming. We're gonna need to face a Margwa, but I think we can go into here and we're gonna do a very similar thing. Hopefully you guys can extrapolate that. Oh, hey, if you're looking at the environment, there's an electrical box that we can get. There's a grapple hook and it like sparkles in the night. I don't know if it'll do it again, or maybe it does it when you first look at it or something, but it'll, there you go. There's a little sparkle that it has. And as you're walking through this, as you're being observant, you'll notice these, again, another grapple hook. You'll notice a box up there. And to make this ever apparent, when you're in the beast mode, all of these things are glowing orange. So as you're going through this, you're going to see, oh, that's there. Oh, look, here's a thing that's bright orange. I better melee that. And just with practice and just going through the map, you kind of understand, oh, hey, these are kind of important things. I'm going to grapple up here. I'm observing this throughout multiple different beast modes. You're clearly not going to get it in one beast mode on your first go, but especially in solo, you're going to have multiple beast modes per round. I think you can have 3, but you only get 1 extra per round if I'm remembering that correctly. But hey, now you know what? We've turned on Jug. We've unlocked this thing. That was very interesting. That was in a special box. I wonder what that's for. And I'm going to get a shield piece. Shield pieces are one of those things, and I'm gonna make a video about this, I think. Shield pieces and buildables are kind of those things that you're just gonna either bump into them by like going around the map and doing this. Can you jump out of here? No. Okay, I thought you could. Either you're gonna run into them naturally or you're not. Definitely kind of polarizing, but even still, the bright glowing stuff when you're in the beast mode. Oh, we've got this championship belt. Okay, great. Now that we've done one ritual, that first ritual was, in my opinion, fairly obvious to figure out. In fact, I want to go back to the spawn room and kind of see, or show you, I guess, that that map can be updated. Aha, there you go. The Waterfront district, that item is removed. That boxing belt is removed. So somebody tell Jolts and tell him to put that on his 40 minutes of useless COD Zombie Facts video. Oh, stinking nuke. Black Ops 3 at its finest. But once again, you're probably just gonna keep opening doors, keep exploring. Oh, here's another beast mode, and there's another beast mode right there. Dang, they really shower them through. Oh, hey, look, there's another ritual site right in there. You see the little pentagram on the ground right there. So let's go over here, and oh, look at that. These beast mode markings are blocking the door. And we got a lucky double points. I'm definitely going to go grab some jug just to be safe because I don't want to embarrass myself when I'm making this tutorial. Hello, jug. But hey, you know what? We're going to use this beast mode. We know this door is down here. Smash that open right there. We've got the Shadow Man. We've got access to that now. You could probably look around in this beast mode and see whatever else you missed. I was not very efficient my first time playing Shadows of Evil with the beast mode, hitting everything open, going up here, everything's up here, that's good. The box is open. You don't need to play this game super efficiently. I know it's the classic zombies thing when you watch a YouTube tutorial, you gotta do this, you gotta do this by round 5, this by round 10. You don't need to, it's a lie, but now we've got the championship belt and another ritual. And hey, what do you know? It's the same as the other one with our keeper friends. This one I think is like one of the hardest arenas to do it in. In fact, that might have been round. Okay, no, it's not. Again, love the dialogue here. There we go. Another man down into a gate worm, and we can get him. But now, oops, Shadow Man right there. But now we've got to deal with a Margwa. So now the stakes are a little bit higher, and this is our first look at our big boss zombie of this map. And these guys are kind of pushovers on round 4. Let's see if it'll open its mouth one last time. Come on, there we go. Boom, killed the Margwa. We've got these parasites again. It dropped a drop, very good. And oh, hello. What is this? This is a Margwa heart. So Margwa heart we got from our first Margwa, and that is our first piece of the Apothicon Servant. I love the Black Ops 3 buildables / part inventory here because it makes it so clear what pieces go to what. In Black Ops 4, it didn't have that, so it was much more confusing, much more obscure to figure out these things. And you'll notice, and this is a subtle thing too, we started in this easy street, kind of like the tutorial of the whole map, and then we have the Canal District, the Waterfront District, and the Footlight District, and each of these is just one tentacle, for lack of a better term, of this map. And that is also shown on this map here. We start here, there's 1, 2, 3 areas we can go. And with the easy street, with the tutorial level, we found a box with an item. We opened up an electrical thing for a staircase, and we started a ritual. Same thing with this Waterfront District, and the same thing we can assume with all of the other two, or both of the other 2 districts. And that's exactly what we have. So we're going to become the beast. We're going to do an electrical for a staircase, open up this weird tentacle thing. We're going to open up this to a portal, go all the way back up here. I know, again, this is very efficient, but hey, there's a perk thing just like it was on Easy Street with Quick Revive. There's another bright box glowing on fire. And then, of course, there are some of these grapple things that we can pay attention to. And oh, I don't think I got that one. That's okay. But hey, we've got another item, the hairpiece. And I'm going to say it again. This is going to take you multiple beast modes, a lot of rounds. If this were a more authentic experience, yeah, I definitely didn't get that one. But oh, we're out of beast modes. I will say, if you're exploring, if you're really truly doing this for the first time, you're not going to be on round 4 where I'm at right now. Instead, you're going to be on round 10, 11, 12, something around there, because it takes a long time to explore in beast mode. You're taking every grapple just because you don't know which one is the right one to go to. You might not see the box right away, the box that you're supposed to open right away. And unfortunately, or I guess fortunately, depending on your preference, that's going to make you want to do these things or play the map again over and be a little bit more efficient. Because if we're doing this sort of stuff and surviving these lockdowns at round like 10 as opposed to round like 4 or 5, it's a very different experience. It's much more difficult, and I can absolutely see how that can be a frustrating experience for a lot of people. But for the people who love the exploration, who love this unfolding of the map and this presentation, look at how this is spaced, dude. Like this burlesque house here, we're going in, we've got this circle window showcasing the ritual site. It's both a ritual site and a stage, and then we've got the Shadow Man talking to us as if we're on stage 2 in this demonic ritual. It's so beautiful. We've got more of this, and this is where you can kind of see, obviously I'm gonna need to go hit the box or something, but this gets claustrophobic. This is on round 5. Imagine the people who couldn't figure all of this out before round 5 going on round 8 or 9 or 10. It's a lot to figure out. So I'm not saying like, oh, you could do this in just like, 20 minutes of game time or something. It takes you a lot of time. It takes you a lot of playthroughs and observations. You need to use critical thinking and really observe the map because the map is telling you these things. Well, I guess I should say it's showing you these things instead of just straight out telling you. And so back down into the main junction where everything is at, you might also notice that Jug was down this aisle with the red perk bottle. Speed Cola was down this district with the green perk bottle. Now, what perk might be over here with this yellow perk bottle? Could it be double tap? Maybe. This is the sort of thing that people miss about this style of zombie mode. This was our mini map, and you can see another ritual thing is gone. We just have the police badge now. Instead of a mini map showing you, hey, double tap is over here, this was the environmental storytelling. Like double tap is literally right there. Instead of a mini map and objective indicators, we literally have these X's that X out all of the rituals that we've done and show us where we need to go next. It's not for everybody because believe me, there are millions and millions of views on all of the Shadows of Evil Pack-a-Punch quests. Even I made a guide on Shadows of Evil last year or 2 years ago, and it's got hundreds of thousands of views, you know? So clearly people might not always have the patience for this, but it is very interesting to go through this and show the psychology of, hey, look, there's more of these things. More of these things. Okay, let's go over here. Here's another electrical box, glowing bright red out here. There's a little grapple hook, again, glowing. We'll go through here. Hey, look, a ritual site. Down through here, we've got this, which is one of those stairs that we can open up. And there's another box. I don't think we got it, but it was pretty darn close. And in this box is our last item. We've got the portal. And hey, I did open the box. Very good. I still got it. I could still play some Shadows of Evil. And we see these plants everywhere still. We've got another map. I think there's more maps in other places too. But again, it's putting you right here being like, hey, look at me. This is important. This is what you're trying to do. And one final time, this is our fourth ritual. I hope I have enough ammo here. I don't know if I do. Luckily, you don't need to kill those keepers in these lockdowns. You only need to kill the Margwa afterwards. But here we go. There's our fourth and final ritual for our fourth gate worm. Thank you. We will pick that up. Oh no, is there max ammo somewhere? Oh, I turned around without that. Okay, bummer. Well, that's okay. Let's just slide on over there. Okay, Margwa. We've got a new round, so I do want to get back. I would like to get back to the junction to take care of this guy. We've got a lot of points though. We could just buy something off the wall, can't we? Yeah, let's just buy this off the wall. M8A7, let's go. You're gonna be in Black Ops 7. I was never the biggest fan of this gun. Not a big burst fire guy, especially in zombies. And now we're at the start of the round, so this is really risky. There we go. There's our Margwa. Now, if you missed the previous Margwa heart, this one will drop a Margwa heart too. And oh, what do you know? This plant is now red. That is curious. I wonder if that means anything. That's another zombie. Okay. They're all starting to turn red. That is a good observation to make. But where do we go from here? We've got 3 different areas. We haven't been anywhere else. We haven't really seen like a big place to put them all. Where could we possibly go? Well, again, if we're naturally curious about all of the beast mode stuff that we were doing previously, we might just be curious about these doors that we were opening. Because after we opened this, we would always open this with this thing in it, and oh, there's a rift. So again, natural exploration. We're going to go through this rift and see where this takes us. Whoa, we've never been here before. This is all very interesting. We've got more of these keepers, another widow's wine machine, or a regular widow's wine machine. And oh, hey, look, it's the symbols that was on our inventory screen. So I wonder if we need to go over here. And hey, what do you know? We've got this really epic area. Check this out. So now we go, oh, this is another like beast mode pedestal, but hey, we can place our gate worm there. And if we place our gate worm there, what happens? Oh, this wall assembles, and look, there's footprints on the wall. I wonder what it's telling us to do. Welcome, Black Ops 3. Hello, wall running. These are all going into this, which is very tentacle-y. and portally, right? All right, we've got another of these gate worms. Put those there. Now they're all here. And oh, there's more platforms starting. Very nice. We'll come back over here. That didn't seem to do anything. We've got one final ritual, and we are going to open the Apothicon Rift Stone. So we are incorporating storyline. We have environmental storytelling. This is the Apothicon Rift Stone. We've got this epic music, which you are definitely going to remember or recognize from my videos. And that was really fast. That was really, really fast. And we have Shadow Man with some character quotes.
Our complete assimilation of this dimension will now.
Absolutely iconic. So magical. But what have we done over here? What is this? This is an open portal. Oh my goodness, it's Pack-a-Punch. I know, it's crazy confusing. I know it can be so overwhelming, but there really isn't anything too crazy if you're dedicated enough for that. But what's really cool is that we're not even done yet, because as soon as you open Pack-a-Punch, they continue on gently guiding you onto the extra bonus abilities in Shadows of Evil. Those parasites want to leave, because you are going to be naturally curious. Oh, look, there's another box. Here's a perk, which we need to turn on. So, okay, I'm going to run past this box and this archway to get to this beast mode. Now, as soon as I become the beast, I'm going to turn and look at those symbols. I am immediately looking, as soon as you enter beast mode, to go over here, you're looking at those symbols. So that's going to naturally get your attention. Now I'm also going to go up here because I also know to turn on Mule Kick. Hello. And then we can open up this door. But that's just, again, through natural exploration. But naturally now we're like, oh, there's symbols here. I wonder what these mean. We return back to our normal mode and they're gone. So, there's a brand new puzzle. The sacrifice ritual puzzle is completely done now. Now we're on to a new and different puzzle. And I'm gonna go Pack-a-Punch the Vesper. I like the Vesper, even though it's terrible for ammo. And you gotta appreciate, I really do miss the knuckle cracking animation. I know it's really satisfying in modern games just to like Pack-a-Punch it 3 times really fast, but there's a little charm of it, like the little mini game you gotta do. I don't know, I love it. I'm gonna take this little aside here to kind of talk about the environmental storytelling a bit, because this is like a city down here. Like, it's full-blown underground city. We've got a mural of the Margwas and these Templar knights here. It's hard to make out, especially with the YouTube video. I'm sure it's really pixelated, but there's a knight with these figures over here. There's a keeper right there. There's a Margwa over there. We're fighting these guys. And this is the kind of stuff that a lot of people miss. It's so tough to make out, but that's almost kind of good, where you can kind of use your own imagination. This right here and this down here, it tells its own story. This map itself, Shadows of Evil, has a story, but that right there is lore that is relevant to the bigger universe. We've got posters of Nero, which is the character we're playing as, and some Devil's Donuts and Holly's Cream Cakes, which there is a donut Easter egg on this map, but we will not be doing that because we've got to go back to our puzzle solving stuff. Because like I said, it's going to take you multiple games, multiple hours just to figure out Pack-a-Punch, just through sheer exploration. So to go a step further, to figure out what those symbols mean, I'm going to open up that door. In your exploration, you might find these tram rides. And as you're exploring these tram rides, you might notice another map, and with some question marks. I gotta go make sure the zombie is far away from me real quick. Sorry. I got no decoys or shock charges. We gotta do it the old school way. I would love to see decoys in this, but you can see there's these 3 question marks on this map. So I wonder what that means. Now, this map is a completely different map, and it's probably the train map. So we're at the Footlight station. In fact, I'll throw it up on screen for you. We're at the Footlight station, and the tram is, what is that, at the Waterfront district? Or actually, I kind of forgot. We'll go explore it. But surely those 2 things are connected. Why would there be question marks in the middle of this map of the tram? Because we have this map of the rituals, which we're all done now. We have all of the 4 things crossed out. But on this map, you could see if we take this, there's going to be something on our left. Do you see what I mean? There's something on our left. So let's take it to the Waterfront, because there's going to be 2 things on our left. So let's activate the tram and take a look on our left. First of all, we've got a really cool SMG there. So there's got to be something over here And again, I know it's coming, so boom, there we go. It's one of those symbols. So those question marks probably relate to those symbols we saw in that new room near the Pack-a-Punch, the Widow's Wine room. Keeping to our left, we're going to keep looking because there might be another window, I assume. Oh, there it is right there. Now, back in the day, they had like cheese and ham and sandwiches and like weird call outs for this. I have no idea. I kind of just write down the symbols. But once again, we're at our destination and hey, here we are. And yep, those were the two symbols we saw. So I imagine if we take this to the Footlight district, we're probably going to be able to see that last symbol. We have to let the tram cool down first. Oh yes, here it is. Once again, this is our ritual site map. I'm telling you, it's literally everywhere. These maps are everywhere. All right, so we're ready to go to the Footlight district. I gotta go get this zombie away from us. Like I said, no decoys, no shock charges, no smoke grenades. We've got to do this the old school way. Bring him down and then just run as fast as you can. And let's go. So now it's gonna be on our right. So we have that symbol that we just saw, but now we've got to keep an eye out for another symbol. As we're progressing through here, oh, here we're going into the Footlight district. Really cool, all this architecture, all the stuff that they put. The art is great. And here's another glowing red window. And we've got a very easy symbol to write down. Okay, so now we've got these three symbols. And I think that's all that's on the map, right? 1, 2, 3. So we got the three symbols, the three question marks. We're going to need to turn around because we don't have any beast modes. And we need to make our way down to that area. How did we get down to that area? Well, we actually opened up this portal and we got teleported. And hey, look, we're back here. We've got this beast mode again. Let's take a look at our symbols. I believe it was that one. We got that one. And then we've got, oh, where's the other one? Right there. Okay, there you go. And hey, would you look at that? Those look pretty interesting. And as we keep doing these things, it's probably going to be less and less apparent what to do because these are optional side quests. These specialist quests might be a little bit more esoteric. I'm going to get to the end of the round before I show you what's in there. All right, I think we should be safe, but we can come into here and pick up an Apothicon egg. Now, what in the world do we got to do with this? And this is where I think you might want to look up a guide, or it might be a stumbling block because we were opening up these things for so long. But isn't it curious how they have this sword set up? We're clearly going to get a sword, but we need this egg. We need to do something with this egg. Gee, if only there was the thing we needed to do right behind us. Oh, hey, look, Apothicon egg. Isn't it curious how this is literally right there? Oh, and we kill zombies and their souls go into here. Look at how well designed this is. All without objective indicators. There are indeed character quotes, I'm sure, kind of hinting at these things. And there are other things like this. This is an additional parts required that you might notice if you're just traversing the map looking for stuff. It does look pretty conspicuous because the light from the window barrier is shining right on it, but that's a different thing. That's just the civil protector. That's just like a buildable. So not exactly the most straightforward, but we're not even there yet. And of course, you might have noticed that the meatballs weren't getting their souls collected because it requires zombies. Not a big deal, but just one of those things you got to pay attention to. And oh, we just heard a sound cue and we're not getting the souls anymore. So let's go see. Let's pick this up. Okay. Ooh, the Apothicon egg, it's glowing blue a little bit, but only a little bit. Now, I remember opening up a lot of those things around the map. So I guess it's only logical that we can return to these things and place that egg again and repeat this process for all of these Cthulhu statues. This is very basic. This is not all that complicated. Are you guys with me? Do you guys understand how kind of cleverly designed this is? This is basic video game rule of 3, and everywhere we go, we have a little tutorial. There's 3 different areas of the map. We have to do different lockdowns, and hey, what do you know? This one's purple. Let's see what we get with this one. Oh, actually, Haymaker's pretty clutch. That's a really good gun. But now we have a red variant, a green variant, and a purple variant. Very cool, very cool. We've got another statue to do. I wonder if this, okay, yeah, this Haymaker's still good. But I will take this time. I do want to open up the rest of the map here, mainly because I want double tap in this shield piece. We'll electrocute this. Again, this is all just kind of basic exploration. Here's double tap right there. Very good. We're good. That's just kind of learning the map eventually. eventually. And especially stuff like the shield or these fuses that are somewhat obvious and somewhat not obvious. It just comes with time. It just comes with learning where these pieces are located. I'd like to do a different video about buildables because they are kind of controversial, I guess you could say. At least when you compare it to stuff like this, where it's a little bit more on the nose of what you're supposed to do. Oh, and there we go. There's that. Okay, we're almost there, 3/4 of the way. Oh, hey, look, another purple pod here. Let's see what else we get. Man of War. That's actually a really good assault rifle, but no thank you. We've got our 4th and final. This is kind of a really scary spot. I don't know why I decided to do this last. This is not great. I really shouldn't have done this last. Luckily, the haymaker, it's pretty darn good. Oh, and we've got that done. Okay, can we do that? We're almost out of ammo. Let's get this, and we're okay. We're okay. So there it is. Our egg is all full, which is a weird sentence to say, I'll admit. Sorry about that. But now we can go back through the portal and see what this is going to get us. Let's put this egg back. Hey, there we go. And now we have the Apothicon Sword as our specialist weapon, all without a guide, using the map environmental details on our own. And yes, I am gonna pack-a-punch the haymaker because it is amazing. And look, we are getting really deep into this map. And a lot of this comes with a lot of playtime. Obviously, I know what to do next, but if you were somebody who did get this Apothicon Sword, and for some reason you were just kind of exploring the map, a lot of people do this when they're looking for the main quest. You might notice that if you return to your character's specific ritual site, you have this brand new ghost keeper, and we can pick up a brand new thing. Now that's another egg, so logic would dictate that maybe this egg will have to be fulfilled in a similar way. Now what's really genius about this is we just left right through there, right? That was our ritual. Now if we're going to go back to the map, oh, on our way to the rest of the map, when we jump down, boom, we have this arch ovum. So let's place it there and see what happens. And oh, hey, we've got a Margwa that if we kill right away, can we do it? Oh man, should have done it faster. That's okay. We've got this thing now. Okay, clearly something's happening. Let's slide on through. Oh my goodness, get that going. Okay, good. Oh, and look at that. The egg is now again starting to fill up. But what's really cool, here's the genius part about this. This is so good. Let's say you were playing as Jessica Rose. You would need to go over here to the Footlight district, to the Burlesque house, and you would need to get your arch ovum from this ritual site. Well, once you do that, you run out here and you're gonna cross paths with this ritual site, with this whatever ring this is, funneling you. If you manage to discover this, they are funneling you to what you need to do with it. I know it seems confusing, and when you watch a guide, it almost is more confusing because you do think, well, how in the world does this make any sense? Okay, cool, here's another arch ovum. Let's see if we can't do this. Can we take care of you? Yep, we quick killed that one. We've got this one over here. Maybe. Okay, we should probably get out of here around 12. Oh, with 2 Margwas. Okay, there we go. Keep your eye on the prize there, donuts. Now, a little fun thing. You can stand inside the ring over here. I don't think I should do this. I don't think I should. Oh, there you go. But you can stand inside the ring and you can use your sword infinitely. Not infinitely, but for an extended period of time. So it's pretty good. Ooh, insta-kill. Oh, what is this? Purple pod gave us a tentacle. Very curious, isn't it? Let's kill that Margwa. Thank you very much. Maybe kill these parasites. So now we've got a tentacle and the heart of a Margwa for our Apothicon Servant, whatever that is. But now we're on the lookout for more of these ritual sites. Now, if there's one just outside of our tutorial ritual site, if there's one just outside of another character's ritual site, I'd be willing to bet that there are 2 more ritual sites right outside of the Pack-a-Punch ritual site, I guess, for all of these different areas. Again, video game rule of 3, 3 different areas, 3 different things we gotta do. And what do you know? There's one right out here. So again, if you were the boxer, you'd come into here, get your arch ovum egg, and as you were leaving, you would notice this glowing red circle right here. Genius level design. Genius, I tell you. And of course, you might need to figure out that you can only do 1 per round and all the details of everything, but at least you kind of have a goal and a focus. Now, again, you might be doing this on round 20, 25 or something like crazy, because it absolutely is not something that you could probably figure out in 1 game. game, unless you are spending literal hours on it, which is fine. Some people do that. Oh, come on. Can we get you? Can we get you? Can we get you? Nice. Now I do want to make a little circle here just to see if the parasite has dropped anything. It hasn't. Okay, cool. And I'm going to get some stamina up to complete my perk set. I'm a stamina up kind of guy, by the way, if you were wondering. So we've done all of the other districts, which just leaves us with the Canal district. And again, just outside of the Ruby Rabbit, which we're going to see again in Black Ops 7, we have another ritual site. And we need to face another 2 Margwas, which we can quick kill one. We can get the face off another one. We're doing this on a parasite round. Okay, a meatball round. We got to pay attention to what these guys are dropping. Maybe we can do that. Thank you. You can see the egg is still in there. Very cool. Margwa, come on around. Keep your eyes where you're going. There you go. And now that egg is fully, completely filled up. And we need a max ammo. I'd very much like a max ammo. Oh, thank you. Can I grab it? Can I grab it? Beautiful. So now that we've got our full arch ovum, just like the original egg, we probably should go back to the place we found it, which is probably not the best thing to do at the start of round 15, but dang it, we're going to do it anyway. Go inside of here. We give this egg back, and hey, what do you know? They've got the Reborn Sword. So now we have just upgraded our specialist weapon, again, all with using environmental exploration and genius level game design. And so now the only thing we have yet to figure out is how in the world are we gonna get this wonder weapon? And I'll be honest with you, it's not exactly intuitive. It's like a halfway between an Easter egg and a buildable in Shadows of Evil. You do literally have to craft it, but as you saw, we got the tentacle from these purple harvesting pods, which is what the fumigator was for at the very start of the game. Ooh, a bootlegger, very nice. And then the Margwa heart just drops from the Margwa, so that's actually pretty straightforward. None of those things should be like a big barrier to entry for anybody. In fact, I think the Apothicon Servant might be one of the best kind of natural wonder weapons people can figure out if they're just casually playing this, because this last part is xenomatter, and it randomly drops from the meatballs or the parasites. The thing that I don't like about it is that it seems to be fairly rare. I distinctly remember a lot of times me not being able to get it until round like 19 or after the 3rd or 4th parasite round. So we're just gonna skip to whenever I manage to find it this game. I would also like to quickly point out that this has a huge beast mode symbol on it, really indicating you that, hey, come down over here in the beast mode, which is how we turn on the electricity, which is how we were able to open the gate for the badge over in this area. I gotta be honest, I am very happy that we don't need to play the RNG game of getting our ammo mods anymore. This is unideal. There we go. Now we've got dead wire. Aha, there we go, there we go, we got it. See, a bug randomly dropped that xenomatter. Round 20, like I said, sometimes it took quite a bit. Let's get rid of these zombies. I did build the shield over here, so we're gonna need to go somewhere else to build this. That's okay. And so I always go to the waterfront for some reason, but here's the buildable table we can use, and say goodbye to our haymaker because now we have the Apothicon Servant. And unfortunately, you cannot pack-a-punch the Apothicon Servant in Shadows of Evil, but it's pretty darn cool either way. And so to recap, we got that piece from a random parasite, or it could be from a meatball. We got another piece from these purple pods, which you'll start to see them be more and more frequent as time progresses. And we got another piece from a Margwa. So very streamlined process. It might take a little bit longer, but it's not all that bad. And I know you might be curious about what the upgraded sword is gonna do. Well, we can slash it just like all the other swords, but if we hit the right mouse button, there is a mini sword following us around that will kill zombies as well. And we can actually put away our sword and that will still kill the zombies around us. So very good. I don't know if you can recall it or not, but we're gonna put away our sword and now we can charge it back up. So it's a very fun, unique kind of bonus wonder weapon that has a very, I guess I should say, simple or straightforward process. I don't know. It's honestly not all that complicated. For the sword, you look at the symbols, you open up, you get the egg, you fill up the egg and the souls with all of the Cthulhu statues, you get the base sword. That's very easy. If you want to use the base sword after that, you absolutely can. But if you want to go to your character's ritual site and then pick up another egg and then do these bonus rituals with the Margwas, you can easily get this upgraded sword. Now, I want to be honest here, because right now, after Black Ops 6, after Cold War, we are hungry I'm sure you guys are frothing at the mouth for a map like this with all of these different side quests and Easter eggs and specialist weapons. I am too. And I think it's time. I think it's the right time to bring back the shield. I think it's the right time to bring back buildables, civil protector, specialist weapons. We have field upgrades. Just make one map specific field upgrade. I'm ready for it too. I'm ready for it too. But I have to be really honest. Even though Shadows of Evil is one of my favorite maps of all time, even though this is one of my favorite Pack-a-Punch steps of all time, if I were to go down right now, if I were to go down during any one of these processes and die or restart, I really wouldn't have the energy to play another game of Shadows of Evil. Maps like Shadows of Evil and Zetsubo no Shima and Origins and even Gorod Krovi, they are so rich with content, much the same way that food can be rich and filling, where you don't have a lot of it, but man, it fills you up and you can't eat another one. And so this was honestly kind of my experience back when I was playing Black Ops 3 when it was still going on. I'd play a game of Zetsubo, I'd play a game of Shadows of Evil, and even though it has a lot of really awesome fun content, it's not exactly a map that you want to play multiple times a day and even like multiple times in a week sometimes, because there's just so much to do. And I want, again, all of us to be honest, because I remember when Black Ops 3 was first here, Shadows of Evil wasn't loved at launch. But more importantly, the base gameplay, the regular gameplay that, oh, did I summon him? I did summon him. Okay, cool. Let's go over there. Did we didn't kill a Margwa. Okay, bummer. I forgot how to do that trick. I think I just need the Margwa to get closer over there. That's okay. What I'm trying to say is that there's a narrative with Liberty Falls that it's only popular because it's a camo grind map. And while that's not incorrect, because yeah, that's, you know, a good map for camo grinding, back in Black Ops 3, most people at launch were playing the Giant. They were playing the simple map, the power switch map with the easy Pack-a-Punch, because doing all of this to get set up with the wonder weapon or to do all of these rituals just for Pack-a-Punch, it was a lot of effort. Right now I'm on around 24 and I've got to be well over an hour into this recording. Now, to be fair, this was my defense. You don't need to get the specialist weapon, you don't need to get the wonder weapon, but these rituals do take a long time, and there are people to this day that think they are really tedious and not very fun. By the way, look at that. This is just such a cool skybox. Dude, I love Shadows of Evil. But what I'm saying is, I think zombies right now, I think they are afraid to make another Shadows of Evil because of how many people didn't play it, because of how polarizing it was. And I think that's going to win in the short term. But I think for the long-term enjoyment, for the people who fall in love with zombies, well, maybe not even that, because you can love simple zombies too. That's kind of discriminatory. I apologize. There's a certain type of zombie fan, which are incredibly vocal here on YouTube, myself included. I am a part of this group. We love this kind of stuff, and we do make up a good portion of the community. So I think, why not have a complex map with lots of deep buildables and things to discover, at least for one or two of your maps, especially DLC 4. Put DLC 4 and like DLC 2 or like the launch map and the DLC 4. Have those be your Shadows of Evils and your Origins, and the others can be your DEs, your Gorods, your Revelations. You're kind of mixed in between. Not every single map needs to be Shadows of Evil. If every map was Shadows of Evil, it would get boring. It would get tiresome. It would get tedious. Zombies is at its best when it increases variety, when each map has its own theme, its own goal to the player. I don't think Modern Zombies feels homogenized because of its gameplay systems. I think it feels homogenized because of its maps. If we had map-specific specialists and map-specific Pack-a-Punch quests as freaking spectacular as this was, with epic music and huge skybox changes, I don't think people would be saying, oh my goodness, all the maps feel the same. Oh my goodness, donuts, go, go, go. One mistake in classic zombies, man, and you're down, and you're down. Long story short, I think it's time for another Shadows of Evil. I miss it, but I don't want every single map to be like a Shadows of Evil. I don't need that. But I do think for the long-term success of the mode, we're gonna need to see something like this again. But all that aside, if you loved me walking you through the in-game map-specific progression with all of these map-specific things and hints towards how to unlock the map, I have made something incredibly similar to this for everybody's favorite map, Zetsubou no Shima. It is going to absolutely blow your mind to see what that map actually shows you. Don't believe me? Check out the video here and stay beautiful.